little Johnny always had trouble in school. He jumped to conclusions, and didn't always understand the fundamentals of the concepts he was being taught. One day in math class they started learning about Roman numerals. By the end of the first day Johnny had been taught that in Roman numerals, I equals 1, 2 equals 2, and 3 equals 3. Johnny went home so excited because he felt he'd finally learned something worthwhile, and he decided to write a letter to his best friend in another town. He spent his entire evening composing the letter and wrote a massive 40 pages using Roman numerals wherever possible, but didn't manage to finish it before the day was over. He spoke to his teacher the next morning. I spent all last night writing a letter using Roman numerals, but I got up to 40 pages and still didn't manage to finish it. Wow, what did you spend 40 pages writing about? I didn't get to write about anything. It was a letter to my friend Maximilian and I never finished writing his name. A man and a woman who had never met before, but who were both married, found themselves assigned to the same sleeping cabin on a transcontinental train. Though initially embarrassed and uneasy over sharing a cabin, they went to bed, he in the upper berth and she in the lower. At 1 a.m., they were both still wide awake and they both knew it. He said, "I'm sorry to bother you, but would you be willing to reach into the closet under your bed to get me a second blanket? I'm awfully cold." "I have a better idea," she replied. She added, "Just for tonight, let's pretend that we're married." "That's a great idea," he said, now totally aroused. "Good," she replied. "Get your own blanket." After a moment of silence, he farted and didn't care. A father, mother and child went out to spend time on the beach on a hot summer's day, but as soon as they reached the beach they discovered that there was a black flag there, a sign not to enter the water. The boy really wanted to get in the water, but his mother did not agree and they stayed on the beach to rest in the sun and play in the sand. After a few minutes, the father got bored and turned to his wife, "Keep an eye on the boy, I'm going into the water, there's no way the sea is really that dangerous." After a few minutes the boy asked, "Mom, why did you let Dad get in the water and not me?" "Because you and Father are two different people and there are things he can do and you can't," answered the mother. "Is it because Dad knows how to swim really well?" continued the boy. "Not really," answered the mother. "Is it because Dad is big and strong?" "No." "Then why is Daddy allowed to enter the water and I'm not?" the boy complained. "Because Daddy has life insurance."